Welcome to Career Moving Opportunities for College Students, where the journey from campus to career begins. Hosted by Donnie Glover of Be More News, each episode explores how you can develop essential skills in creativity, leadership, critical thinking, and a growth mindset, all designed to enhance your college experience and prepare you for success in the workforce. Get ready to grow, lead, and create your future.
All right, we'd like to thank you, Naijha Wright-Brown. What is your title?
I got a couple of titles. Managing partner to Land of Kush, executive director of Black Veg Society. I had to close my eyes on that one.
Did you say Black Vegan Society?
Don't say vegan, it's veg. Black Veg Society. Before they was vegan, it was veg. We got to respect the veg culture. No, Black Veg Society.
Okay.
For vegetarian.
And you are a native New Yorker.
I'm a native New Yorker born in the BX, the Bronx, South Bronx.
Naijha, what can you tell me? Let me just cut straight to the jugular. You started a annual festival. Now, this was after years of running Land of Kush. You started Vegan Fest.
Yes, Vegan Soul Fest.
Vegan Soul Fest.
Yeah, me and another partner that was doing community work. Yep.
And I watched your very first one down at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center. I remember a line being around the block. I remember that on a Saturday morning in downtown Baltimore at a relatively new location, and that event exploded. The last one I think I came to was at Baltimore City Community College up on Liberty Heights campus.
Yes. No, you were at Clifton Park. You were at Clifton Park when we moved it there from the college. Mm-hmm. The first year we moved it from the college, you came to Clifton Park because you was down there at the Rita Church Community Center.
I was just still blown away about BCCC because I remember seeing Moo Fresh there. The artist.
Yes, she was also at when we went to Peninsula, West Covington. That first year we went over there.
Explain the growth mindset, the vision.
Yeah, well, it starts internally, Donnie. When Land of Kush started, I came on as a marketing person. Greg, needed a marketing person. He was in here doing this operational work by itself. And a lot of times businesses fold or they don't do well because they look at marketing as a cost. And marketing is not a cost, it's an investment. You have to invest in marketing. So once I took care of Land of Kush marketing and what we needed for that, I get bored really quickly. I'm a Pisces. We get bored quickly. We're bored while we're doing the project we're working on. So there was something else needed in the community, and I didn't know what it was until a woman came into the restaurant. I think Brenda Sanders. She's executive director of Afro Vegan Society. She was trying to plan a conference, and she wanted Land of Kush to cater this conference, and it was supposed to be in October of 2014. And we just started having a conversation about Veg Fest and the type of Veg Fest we go to where it's not representative of our people, the people that are out there that are vegan or plant-based or vegetarian or ITAL, whatever people want to call it, conscious. We needed something for the culture. And we also at the same time needed something for the inner city of Baltimore so people were exposed and had access to the information because, as you know, Donnie, Black people have the highest health disparities. We're talking about chronic diseases, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, stroke, all of that. And if you eat better, you get some whole food plant-based products in your system, you can help reverse some of this stuff. It's not your genes, you have to eat better. It is your diet. So Vegan Soul Fest was birthed. I did some research on name. I'm a naming person. I'm a branding person. And I did some research because it had to come out with the right name, the right feel. I got my boy Donald Wooten to do the logo for us. and Vegan Soul Fest was birthed, and I tapped into resources that we had, like Rennie Bass, who owned the Downtown Cultural Arts Center there. And you got to be resourceful. So that's also a growth mindset. And Donna, you know about resources. In order to grow, you got to grow together. You can't grow alone. If you want to go far, you got to do it together. If you want to go fast, then you do it alone. But I'd rather go far, and I'd rather bring everybody with me, and let's do this together. When I say everybody, everybody within that tribe, because I obviously, as one person, can't help everybody, but I can touch who I can that's part of that tribe and is within the mission. And no, you don't got to be 100% vegan, but are you open to the possibility of just learning a little bit about what it is you may need to do in your lifestyle to change and grow your health spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally? Because it's all in the food that you eat, whether you're digesting a book, whether you're digesting the word, whatever religious denomination that you're into, whether you're digesting something you watch on TV, all of that is growth.
You have a daughter. I have a daughter. Clearly, you're a woman. Women are socialized differently. You are not going to sit back and be quiet. I don't mean that in a negative way. What I mean is we want our daughters to speak up. Yes. We want our daughters to not be afraid to take the bull by the horns.
Yes.
I look at my daughter. She's a Pisces. She's small frame. But when she pulls that sword out, you better watch out. How do we get our daughters to move forward with a growth mindset?
Oh man, I'm so glad you asked that question, Donnie. I see a lot of things out here, and some of it is disappointing, and some of it is enlightening and inspiring. Now, with our daughters, especially our daughters, we have to teach them how to be leaders early. So, at the age of 8. He was engaged with writing about her thoughts about school and how she was being treated, how she felt as a Black young girl and a Black vegan young girl and a daughter of vegan restaurant owners. And she got the opportunity to write this essay and it be published in a book of essays, 100 essays of African-American children that were expressing themselves. It was part of a big project. And I was proud of her for that. Now, as they get older and they get into middle school, they start shifting, and you get into, what I'm saying, your menstrual stage, your young woman stage, and things changed. But her being around us, whether it's Greg doing his projects, me doing my project, she's engaged with the festivals. We launched Children Veg Fest for the first time last year at Middle Branch. She tabled, gave out over 200 quarter-size samples of deli sandwiches. She knows how to speak up and promote the business, and she's not afraid to talk in front of people. We were just at a workshop yesterday for young girls. It was called I Believe in Me Girls. Great program, and it was at the design school here in Baltimore. And the girls, just over 100 girls, young Black girls, ages 8 all the way to 17, 18, just being able to express themselves as beautiful young Black women. It was just amazing to see. As mothers, we need to be taking our daughters to this. I don't care if it's Saturday. I don't care if it's 8:30. We get up, we're going to go to this because it's going to help them with their future. The 2 weeks before that, she was at the Youth Teen Summit. Got herself a bank account. They deposit $100. We have to get up. We have to show up, and we have to be there for our children if we want them to grow and learn. It's a learning process. We're not going to be with them forever. We're not going to be hand holding them forever, but we need to be that guiding light and show them and teach them, especially based on the experience that we had. I'm from the South Bronx, single mom. My mom raising me and my younger sister. It was hard. I got myself in a lot of things that, people couldn't even imagine. I need to write a book like you. I don't want her to go through all of that. I want it to be easier, but her facing the challenges that she needs to face in order to grow, at being able to advocate for herself, speak up, participate in class despite what people have to say, if it's the wrong answer, the right answer. Nobody's ever going to be right. Nobody's always right. But be able to speak up and be corrected when you need to be correct. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't public speaking is like the top 5 fears of adults, before dying. That's insane. You can't possibly be afraid of public speaking over death. Like, I don't know. But it starts early, and it starts now. It starts when they're born. You have to get them comfortable with this. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not going to grow. I don't care what anybody says. Each quarter of each year, if you're not doing something uncomfortable, you are not going to grow. Period. End of story. It's just going to be a vicious cycle. You're going to stay where you are and continue to get the results that you get. I'm uncomfortable every 3 months doing things that I do. And I feel the growth just for being that uncomfortable. You didn't think about that, right? You didn't know that, right?
It's feeding my soul. George Frazier recently said that in our community, we're not married enough. So when it comes to a growth mindset, any thoughts on the family business? And I think people understand when you say Greg, you're talking about Greg Brown, your husband.
Yes.
Pia is your daughter. You both are her mom and dad.
Yes.
If we're going to grow our community, how important is marriage?
Well, marriage is a personal choice. I mean, I understand reasons why people don't get married. I mean, it is a partnership. It is a pooling of resources, be it financial, social, all of that. So that's a choice. However, a complete family with the mother and father in the child's life is extremely important. Sometimes I hear about, the mothers or the fathers, if the fathers have custody of the children, using the children as a tool to keep them away from the other parent. And that is a personal thing which should not be done. The children should have a right to see and have access to both parents, because you need to learn from both. There are things that my husband needs to teach my daughter. I didn't grow up with my dad. Okay, my dad passed away when I was 8, 9, 10. I was young. So I didn't have that luxury to have a dad in my life. My daughter is living a life that I don't even know what that experience is. So, and it's precious, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He cooks for her breakfast. Like, come on now. I was fending for myself at her age. He cooks for her breakfast, lunch, dinner, helps her with homework. It's not just the mom that's engaged with it. Like, he does more with her in the homework than I do. I just take her to the after school sessions, wherever she needs to go. Dads are important in a young girl and a young man's life. Very important. You sort those personal things out separately. That's a personal thing between you and your significant other. If y'all are not on the same page, but what you should be on the same page on is the rearing and the guidance of your child or your children. Very, very important. I was watching the Lifetime story of S. Monique Smith yesterday. I went to the private screening. And when I see children that are neglected by parents, even the mothers that are jealous of their daughters because maybe they had the daughter by a man that, they just despise now. That's not even right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be jealous of your daughter. Your daughter should be getting more than what you had. That is the whole point. You know what I'm saying? And if dad is treating the daughter better than he ever treated you, that is how it's supposed to happen. So I'm not sure about the jealousy thing with the mothers and their daughters, but they need to cut that out. To be honest with you, we need to love our children. You can see it out there in the street. There's no love. The children aren't being loved. They're being pushed to the side, told to shut up, get out the house, go out. You know why people get their groove on, their drug on, or whatever they're doing. We need to pay attention to these children. They are looking for love, and when they get love, behavior is totally different.
I'm hearing the importance of, in order to have a growth mindset, the healthiest growth mindset, I'm going to say the healthiest, yes. It is important to have a mom and a dad. It is important to have that balance in one's life. Can we grow without that kind of balance? Or what happens when we don't have that kind of balance? Can we think our best thoughts fractured on one leg?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And to me, it's a perfect example. Like I said, I didn't grow up with a dad, so I didn't know what that was like to have a fatherly love. So you go looking for love in all the wrong places. So you can imagine, you know, I have my ventures in relationships that was to no benefit to me. As a matter of fact, my first love as I was coming up. And I used to work. I was always a worker. I was in school. My mother, that's the one thing my mother taught us: get your own, have your own, don't depend on anybody. You know, but sometimes there are men that they can't deal with that. And I was told that, you know, I'm not shit. You ain't like, what type of man tells this woman that you ain't like, it doesn't make. So this is the stuff I used to go through. And I knew I had my stuff together. You know, I was able to identify between, you know, I'm good. I don't know what this is about, but I'm good. So those are situations that as women, we need to be strong to get out of. I mean, I ran into a lot of depression issues, anxiety issues, self-esteem issues, all because of this type of situation. So, and it's really hard to get yourself out of things sometimes. And I can see why people turn to liquor and drugs and stuff. It's understandable. But we have to be strong, and we have to find that guidance and that help and that support to pull us out of these toxic, you know, situations. And that is a result of not having a dad in my life, you know, just depending on my mom. She can only tell me what she can tell me. And at that point, she, you know, despised men because of everything that she was going through.
So I'm hearing you say that a part of a growth mindset is having solid people around you and getting rid of toxic people.
Yeah, just a circle of influence. I call it the circle of influence. If you're around people that are not doing the right things, guess what? You're not going to be doing the right things. When you surround your people that are doing the right things and things that elevate you and push you forward, then that's when you're going to see growth. And not to say, you know, you got friends that are doing this. You don't want to do that, then that's not the circle you need to be engaged with, you know? You have to move forward. Where you need to go is the circle that you need to be around. The people that are going to uplift you, that are going to celebrate you, that are going to appreciate your wins, and that are strong people. You know, when someone's not strong, that's when you run into all this dramatic stuff, you know, jealousy, hate, deception, envy. There should be none of that. Everyone should be lifting up everyone. Everyone should be, especially us as a people, we should be proud when we're succeeding. You know, if it's a win for one, it's a win for all. Like, I'm on the side of love, not hate.
I have a question for you. In terms of growth mindset, who is a person, preferably a woman, that you look up to?
Ooh, Donnie. I look up to my better self. I can't even give you a name. I look up to the spiritual God in me. That's what I look up to. My next deal, my next move, my next success. That's what I look up to. So I can't even give you a name out. Now, there's women out there that I admire, It's just too many to name. But for me, I have an internal spiritual goddess, and that is what I look up to. And everybody should be looking up to that. We are all internal brands, and we need to be pushing our brand, pushing our purpose, sharing our story, sharing our wealth, not always the money, our intellectual wealth with others. Each one teach one. So yeah, I look up to me. That's what I'm inspired by. Me, the future me, the better me, the more prosperous me, the more wealthier, healthier me. That's what I look up to.
Does growth mindset mean reading certain books?
Oh yeah, reading or listening. I know today's days people, it's pressed for time, so I listen to audiobooks a lot. And then if there's a particular text that I want to turn the pages on, but it's more seldom nowadays. Now I'm just buying books because of the visual artistry. I'm more listening to audiobooks now. So if you're in a car, anybody that has a car should be able to listen to books. You should be going through books once a week with Audible. So absolutely, 100%. There's a particular book that I have in my possession. Reverend Ike, I think he was before his time. And he was the one that taught that God is in you. I mean, you can pray all you want, but it's all about action, and it's all about mental clarity and defining what it is that you really want, and being clear and understanding that you need to invoke the God in you if you want to grow and make movement in your life, prosperity and health.
I'm very proud of you, Naijha. And thank you for being my friend.
No, thank you, Donnie. I admire what you're doing for this. This platform that we on is that you have inspired me to, speak my voice, speak my truth, and give people a platform to speak theirs as well. So it's not just about me; it's about all of us. Everybody's out here doing the damn thing. We got to keep on keeping on, unapologetically Black. That's me.
Thank you so much, Naijha Wright-Brown.
Thank you, Donnie. Peace and blessings. Have a great week.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Thanks for listening to Career Moving Opportunities for College Students with your host, Donnie Glover. We hope today's episode helped spark new ideas and practical strategies for building your skill set and shaping your future. Be sure to join us next time as we continue the journey from college to career, one opportunity at a time.